All right. Well, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. I am here with, well, first of all, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Londa Flory, and I am a doTERRA wellness advocate. I love to educate on these essential oils and these health products and supplements, and my family has come to know and love them. I've been using them since 2015 now, which is like just crazy to me that it's been that long since I've been a loyal doTERRA customer. And I love, yeah, just sharing what I'm learning. And I love natural health and just seeking healthy tools to support our bodies. Um, and I am here tonight also with my friend, my new friend, Sheridan, that I met online. I'll let her introduce herself, but it's just kind of funny. I met her through Instagram somehow, and like this is embarrassing, but I like didn't even know her name till yesterday when we were planning this class together and I just know her as her Instagram like handle. And so I was like, what is your name, by the way? So I can introduce you on the call. So anyways, I will let her share a little bit more about herself before we get started.
Okay. Um, I am Sheridan Hines. I have the Instagram Rise and Shine Playtime. And so a lot of what I do online is talk about sensory seeking and sensory avoidant kids. I was a former teacher for 5 years. I taught kindergarten. I have a special ed minor, and I use that a lot in my classroom. And now I use it with my kids to do activities with them and to support them naturally in a lot of ways. I started my doTERRA business just over a year ago, and I've had like a huge growth in myself, just in my health and my understanding of like the toxins that I was taking in, all the things that were really hurting my body for a long time. And I've grown a lot in my health, but also in my personal growth and just running my business. So this business is such a blessing and such a cool thing that Londa and I just connected online, and now we're teaching class together and getting to connect. So that's my story, and excited to teach you guys about these new products.
Thank you, Sheridan. She'll be sharing a little bit later. Um, So if you are a current doTERRA customer, you probably have seen this. This is our wellness pyramid, and these are just the foundation, basically, of things that doTERRA as a community values and teaches on. What I really appreciate about this company is they talk about health as a whole and how um, all the different parts of our body they work together, and there's not just like one thing that we need to focus on, but really working together as a whole. And you'll notice some of the new products that we'll be talking about tonight. Tonight is kind of like an online product expo, I like to call it. I would love if we could do it in person, but I know a lot of us don't live close to each other, and so online is what we're going to do tonight. But you'll notice and you'll find out that some of the products that we'll be talking about are products that we have already had for a while, and doTERRA has just upgraded them through what they have been learning about the human body and studying and all the science and everything. And that's another piece that I love about this company is just the science behind everything. Everything that they have put together and created just has a team of scientists behind it working behind the scenes. I'm not really a science person. Like my eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. But if that is you, if you love the science piece, we have that information to share with you. We're not going to get like all into the science tonight, but just know that it's available to you if you really like love all that kind of stuff. Um, so this quote here on the bottom, the preservation of health is easier than the cure of disease, is a quote that I first heard from one of my other friends, and I just really appreciate that. I feel like really living a proactive, healthy lifestyle is what's best, and I know that we can't control everything. We don't live in a perfect world. We can't control all the things, but we are able to control different areas of our health. And that's how I like to live my life is controlling the things that I can control in regards to my health. And I know that we are all on different journeys. We're all on different paths and different points in our health. But I just, yeah, I want to thank you and encourage you for being here tonight and just taking time to sit and learn, whether it's right now or you're watching the recording later, just taking those steps to learn on what things that you can do better is just huge. So we're going to dive into all of the new products. Stay tuned for the end. I'm going to be sharing a code with you where you can be saving some money. And I'm also going to be sharing some awesome perks that doTERRA is offering for the month of October. But the super special perk is only for 24 hours. The code will be valid until the end of tomorrow, October 24th. So you want to make sure that you are watching and utilizing your code if you want to, and then sharing with your friends who also might want to use their code and save some money. So the first thing that I get to talk about tonight is the spearmint or the supermint toothpaste. This is a new product. If you have been around doTERRA a while, you know that they have the classic famous On Guard toothpaste, which we all know and love. I love that. It is fluoride free, fragrance free, no artificial colors, nothing like that in there. They have created a new toothpaste for us. On Guard is not going anywhere, so you don't have to be worried about that. But spearmint just has that super mint blend in it. It has the peppermint, Japanese mint, bergamot mint, and spearmint. And this is like just your classic minty toothpaste that we all probably like grew up using. I have been using On Guard toothpaste since I started doTERRA 8, 9 years ago. And I love it, but when I tried this, I was like, oh, I have missed the mint flavor of my toothpaste. And so I've been using this in the morning just for that fresh breath, that pick me up, kind of that energizing feeling that we get from the mint essential oils. And this has something in it called hydroxyapatite. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or not, but this is a natural occurring mineral that helps preserve and rebuild tooth enamel. And I also read when I was researching more about it that it's great for the oral microbiome and it doesn't damage or disrupt the balance of bacteria in the mouth. And this is like a natural alternative to like fluoride. And that's something that I like to avoid. And so I love that we have a natural option for that. And this right here is just this kind of some screenshots of some different testimonials. These are all from the On Guard toothpaste. I didn't have as many from the Supermint just yet since it's so new. But it's basically the same toothpaste. We're just talking about different essential oils in there. The On Guard is great for the immune support, which we all know and we love. And then the Supermint toothpaste has the fresh breath and the energizing that we love as well. So just a couple here. I'm not going to read them all. People have been noticing less sensitivity since using the toothpaste. Someone else has had no cavities for 2 years. This is huge for me because before I started using this toothpaste, I had 3 to 4 cavities at every appointment. Didn't matter how much she brushed or flossed. And now since starting this toothpaste, she hasn't had any cavities for 2 years, which is awesome. And then just some other women and moms on our team who just love having a toothpaste that they know is safe for their whole entire family and it's going to be supportive of their immune system. So I don't know if any of you have tried the On Guard toothpaste. You probably love it as well. And I hope that you love the spearmint or the supermint one as well. So next I'm going to share about the new Serenity sleep system. And this is a 3-part system. I want to be clear, the Serenity essential oil has not changed. It didn't go anywhere. This is something that is a staple in my house. I love it for sleep. In the diffuser, I often use it with a citrus like wild orange or bergamot. And then as a second grade teacher, I have this on my desk because there are some days those kids like I just need a minute. And so I will just sit at my desk and smell my oil and all the kids are like, what's that? What's that, Mrs. Lori? And I stick it in their nose. Doesn't that smell good? So this is part of the Serenity sleep system, and they have taken the oils in there along with valerian root, and they have made it into a Serenity sleep stick. This glides on just super, super smooth. I love the smell of it. Um, the valerian root is something that is really calming to the nervous system, and it's really, really potent by itself. It's almost too potent, and so that's why they added it into the Serenity blend. And it just has, I don't know, like how I would describe the smell. The smell is just really like soft and like inviting and welcoming. But I have been using this, rubbing it on the bottoms of my feet every night, and then sometimes my chest. My daughter loves it as well. Um, and then the next part of the system is the Serenity Soft Gel. So this again is a product that we've had already, and they just did a little upgrade to it. Actually, a big upgrade, but it still has the same ingredients that we know and we love, the lavender essential oil, which has been clinically proven to calm down the mind and body. L-theanine, another calming ingredient, lemon balm, passion flower, German chamomile. But what is added in here now is something called tart cherry. And tart cherry is a natural source of melatonin. So instead of utilizing synthetic melatonin like a lot of people do, you can now grab these. And then I also learned that the tart cherry actually stimulates natural melatonin production in the body as well, which is awesome. I hadn't heard of before this product was launched. I hadn't heard of tart cherry before, but one of my friends, she said she used to make these like sleep gummies for her kids, some kind of homemade recipe that called for tart cherry in it, which I thought was interesting. Um, and so these you can take. I take 1 to 2 about. I try to do it like 15 minutes before bed. Sometimes it's literally right before I'm climbing into bed, but really, really good for just supporting good sleep. And like, seems like the older I get, the more I realize just how important sleep is in supporting your body and supporting healing in the body. I always used to be that person like, just go, go, go. Let's do, the 60-minute workouts every single day because that's what you got to do to be healthy, and like just skipping over that whole rest piece and the sleep piece. And so this is a set of 3 that I have been incorporating since these products launched on October 1st, and I have been very happy with them. So we've got a few testimonies here. This is on the sleep system. I use the stick on Owen, who typically wakes up every 2 hours still, but when I use the stick on him, he sleeps for 4 to 6 hours at a time. And then we've got another mom on our team with a little girl who she says melts to sleep with these beauties. She can't keep her eyes open, and you can tell it calms her active little brain as she quits talking. And then one of my friends, Laura, she like tracks her sleep on her phone. This isn't something that I do. I don't know really how to do it, but anyways, she tracked her sleep for 3 nights and she scored a 99% on target, getting a solid 8 hours of sleep at night when she used it, which is super, super awesome. I think Sheridan, oh, this right here, if you like want the science and the studies and the clinical trials, to see those, you can scan this QR code or just type in that link in the bottom there. All right, I think Sheridan, you're up now.
All right, you guys, I totally had to snatch up talking about the probiotic because ever since I started with doTERRA, I've been on this like pretty awesome health journey where I'm just been trying all the supplements and trying to figure out some of my own health things. So since having my second daughter, she's just turned 2, I've had some liver and gallbladder issues. So that was something when PB Restore came out that I was so excited about because I have some ongoing like health organ issues that I'm trying to figure out. And then later with the other probiotic, I'll tell you more about my daughter. She has some allergies that we're working through. But so one of the awesome things about this is that doTERRA didn't just create a probiotic and was like, cool, that's good enough, and never circle back to it. They decide, like, they always are looking back at everything, making sure everything is 100% pure, everything's working at its very best, and they're adapting to the science that comes out. So there's lots and lots of information that's coming out now about the probiome, your gut microbiome, and how it affects your whole body. So there's a gut-brain connection that affects your mood every single day. There's a gut-lung connection, and along with that, it affects your weight, your brain, your digestion, your energy, your immune function. Your gut is responsible for so much. And so knowing that there's more information coming out about the gut microbiome, they've adapted to that new information and upped the ante on the probiotic and everything. So if you look at this comparison, you can see that everything is at least doubled, if not tripled, from the live cells that they put into it, the number of strains they put into it, the number of species they put into it. Plus, there's something very cool. So on the next slide, we're going to kind of dive in deeply about what Restore is and what makes it unique. Can I change the slide? No, you have to. Okay, so this is what it looks like if you've never taken the probiotic. It's double encapsulated, so the outside is kind of clear and the inside is like a smaller green looking one. So there are 4 P's of the probiome. There's prebiotic, probiotic, postbiotic, and phages. And so the outside capsule is the prebiotic. And this is super important because you can't find this on the market with probiotics. And so I don't know about you guys, but I know, like, there have been plenty of times where I was like, I know I need this kind of supplement, like I need vitamin C or vitamin D or a probiotic because I know it helps me. And then you take it, but you've never felt a difference. You're just taking it because you know you're supposed to take it, and you just assume like good things are happening because you're taking your vitamins. I have never experienced a different like that with doTERRA's anything. And the original PB Assist, like I could feel a difference, but this one is that on like every spectrum. So between, like, I've been having gallbladder issues, that has calmed way down. I was having lots of acne from my liver being overtaxed. That my acne is pretty much gone now. I'm having less inflammation, more hair growth, like so many things just because I added in a really high quality probiotic. And so the double encapsulation is super important because the outside layer is prebiotic. That stuff is really good for feeding the probiotic, and also it ensures that your probiotic actually makes it to your gut, which is in your intestines and lower. So if you're taking a typical probiotic on the market, it's not going to make it there without being ingested by your stomach acid. And so this makes sure that your probiotic actually makes it there. And so then now also the probiotic has way more strains and a bigger variety of strains, which is really good for your microbiome. It all works together and it all does different things. So the bigger variety of strains, the more variety in your gut, the healthier your gut is going to be. And then also it has a postbiotic in there. So basically a postbiotic is when your prebiotic and your probiotic do all the things they're supposed to, then your gut produces a postbiotic. But they also added a postbiotic in here so that you'll get those benefits right away when taking them, and then also additionally when your body does create the postbiotic itself. And then phages are these really cool things that literally look like tiny robots, spiders, and they just like float around and attack all the bad things in your gut. And so like this is just like the most innovative probiotic on the market, and you can't find anything this high end. All right, you want to go to the next one? Okay, so a couple people, their experiences with it. So one person was talking about they were having some cystic acne, so hormonal acne that was clearing up after taking it, and then a postpartum mama just feeling like her emotions and her hormones were kind of calming down since taking it, which is really awesome. Okay, this one I'm super excited to share. So I have two little ones at home. My 4-year-old has dairy and soy allergies. And so we've been working on just strengthening her gut microbiome. And these are so fun for the kids because it literally is like a pixie stick. We just rip it open and they just dump it in their mouth and crunch on it. It looks like little tiny sugar pellets. But the cool thing about this, so they changed it. It used to be PB Assist Junior, which is just for kids, even though the adults ate it too because it was fun and it's like a pixie stick. But they changed it so that if you as an adult wanted to take it, you could. This is more targeted towards digestion, as opposed to the wider range of like lungs, heart, inflammation and all of that. This is more targeted towards just like digestion and gut health. And also, if you wanted to take it in like together with the PB Restore, you would get all different strains. So you wouldn't get in any additional strains that you'd already taken in the other one. You would get also another 9 species or 13 more strains that are different. And then also these little tiny, what looks like sugar pieces are double encapsulated also. So it's like a micro encapsulation where the outside is prebiotic and the inside is postbiotic. So all the probiotic gets to your gut, which is awesome. And it tastes like strawberry watermelon, which the kids love. And there is no added sugar and no added dyes or anything yucky that you don't want your kids to have in their system when you're giving them a vitamin. But it happens all the time with our medicines and stuff, but you don't have to worry about that with doTERRA. Okay, so these are basically just people raving about how their kids love the flavor of it. It's always a win when you're a mom or a grandma and you're sharing some good, healthy stuff with your grandkids and they enjoy it. Okay, this is my daughter. So this is what I was really excited to share with you guys. On the left, where she has like the rash all over her mouth, we've been dealing with that for 3 years. For 3 years, we've tried everything. We've gone to our regular doctor. She's gotten external antibiotics, internal antibiotics. We've gone to the dermatologist. She's gotten steroid cream, and nothing has helped until we got these in the mail last month and she started taking them. That her little face on the right after 2 weeks of taking the PB Assist Plus, which is literally a miracle because we have tried everything holistic we could find, everything from the doctor that we could find, and just having the support in her gut that she needed helped cleared up her skin, which was so great. So if you're interested in just doing your own research, which I always encourage, there is so much information on these. You can dive deeply into like what each strain does for you. You can scan that QR code and just learn more about these. Okay, you guys get to listen to me rant a little bit more. So I was so excited when this one came out. I might be the only person on earth who was like, yes, about this oil because it's like a funky name and people are like, okay, like another tree blend. All right, what's the big deal? But if you guys know me or have followed me on Instagram, you know that I'm super passionate about getting outside every single day. There are so many health benefits that come from nature. And so we're really intentional about getting outside, but also everybody is super busy. And so you can't always get outside or as much as you would want. And that is where this oil comes in. So this is called Shinrin Yoku. And It's after the Japanese idea of what's called forest bathing, which is essentially going out into the forest and being immersed in nature. And so the study came out in Japan, I think it was in 1930, where people were just seeing what were the health benefits of disconnecting from the busyness, like putting your phone down, leaving work and the house chores and everything, going out into the forest and just immersing yourself in nature. What were the impacts on their emotions, their health, their mental health, everything. And it was literally night and day. It was lower blood pressure, lower inflammation, better sleep, calming their nervous system. All these amazing literal medical things were changing for them. And so doTERRA, in the idea of this, like our body needs nature, and realizing that us going out into the forest every single day is not realistic for pretty much everybody unless you have a forest in your backyard, decided to bottle up those benefits for us in this like foresty, citrusy smell that when you diffuse it totally calms and brings everyone down and brings you those health benefits of being out in nature without having to leave your house when it's raining or snowing or you're at work. So we have been diffusing it just during the day. I know a lot of people like to diffuse it through the night for the health benefits. And I just got one for my husband's classroom so that his classroom can also have the benefits. Okay, so this person was saying they weren't excited to see that there was another tree oil blend, but that they really enjoyed it, like despite that, or that they didn't really like foresty blends, but they really liked the smell of this one. So that's good to know when you're like, oh, do I get it or not? Am I gonna like how it smells? Someone who does not like tree blends liked this one. So, and then that's just the study that I touched on. Okay, this one is very exciting. Birch. You wouldn't think like, yes, birch when you see it, but it's actually, this one's gonna blow your mind. So birch actually is known as like the bone break oil, their bone mending oil. It helps so much with pain, like if you get knee pain, sore back, you can massage it into whatever area is hurting and it helps soothe it. So it actually has, I have to look at my notes for this, methyl salicyate, which is like similar to aspirin, like a natural aspirin. It calms the area that you put it on. It gets your blood flow to be thinner and faster, the same way that aspartame does. And it helps then relieve that pain and inflammation in that area. You can go to the next one. But the thing that is really, really cool about this is, so the scientists at doTERRA, they did a study. They pulled 27 oil companies and tested their birch. And so these are companies that you know of. These are the big companies that are selling essential oils. And because they were on a hunt for birch and it was really hard to find, and they wanted to see, does anyone else have a source that is working for them? Not a single company, not even one drop of birch in any of those oils. It was all either wintergreen or created in a lab. And so this was like a big shock, a big point to oil adulteration that's happening. doTERRA, though, is the gold standard for essential oils. They won't take the easy road because birch is hard to find. They actually went out and found a family birch tree farm in Pennsylvania and worked together with them to not only make birch essential oil for the first time with them, they'd never done it. They had their own things that they did with the birch forest. And then also when they like worked together with them and tried to create the oil, they hit a snafu. It wasn't working. Something about the distilling process wasn't working, and the oil wasn't coming out properly. Now, doTERRA could have said like, oh, we'll just like fix the rest in the lab, but they don't do that. That's not their standard. Their standard is, come heck or high water, we're getting you 100% pure oils. And so they created a whole new system to distill birch to create 100% pure essential oils with the person who owned the farm. They looked back at the old family pictures of how they distilled and used the birch before and created their own system with them. And so birch is not only exciting because it can help you with an injury and pain, but it's also exciting because it shows really, truly the heart of doTERRA, that they will work hard in the background to create and give you 100% pure oils every single time, from drop to drop, from bottle to bottle. They're not going to be adulterated in any way. It doesn't matter if it's more expensive or harder, they're going to find a way. So you can 100% trust that in this bottle is birch.
All right. Thanks, Sheridan, for sharing. I just have to say, I was excited about the Shinrin Yoku as well. Um, it's just was awesome timing because this summer I had been learning about forest bathing and like all that like benefits of being in the forest, and I was like hitting this phase in my life where I'm like, well, maybe I just want a house out in the woods somewhere. I never thought I would say that, but maybe I do. And then they came out with this blend, so I was really excited about that too. Um, and super happy for your girl who found some relief from that rash as well. So awesome. And I bet it feels so good too as a mama to like get some relief for her. Yes. So I get to talk about Blue Lotus is the last one, and then I'll get into um yeah, our promo code and fun deals and stuff this month. But Blue Lotus, I loved learning about this oil, especially when I heard that it came from China. I have visited China a couple different times. I spent some summers there and have friends that call China home, and so it just has a special place in my heart. So Blue Lotus comes from rural villages in China, just providing people there with work in their hometown so that they do not need to relocate to a big city. Um, and I went back and found this from when Emily presented on it, but with the Blue Lotus sourcing model, 92 people have been given jobs and 285 lives are supported through the sourcing of this oil, which is awesome and like just something that we can feel good about too, like knowing when we purchase our Blue Lotus, it's not only like benefiting us and our families, but it's benefiting those people that source it for us on the other side of the world. And I just love that so much about doTERRA. Um, so with Blue Lotus, this is a floral, and I tend to really like the floral oils. I feel like they're really just calming for me emotionally, and so that's what I was excited about with this one. This one is also really great for any kind of skincare. Um, I don't remember like the science on this or anything, but I remember Emily right when she introduced this one, and she talked about like something about the synthesis of collagen production or something with your skin. So this would be a great one to like just add into your routine, whether you like pop the roller bottle off and add a few drops to your Yarrow Palm, or if you just put it directly on your skin. Um, and then I know a lot of my customers or people within our community, we've kind of been raving about this glow serum lately. Some of you may or may not have received a little package in the mail from you with that glow serum. This would be one that you could definitely add to it. You can just pop the roller bottle off and use like a dropper top and take a couple drops out of that. Think, yeah, the next slide has some just different perfume blends or DIY like roller bottles that you could create for emotional support using the Blue Lotus in here. Something that I love to do, especially this time of year with Christmas and I don't know. I think I love this time of year, and so I think about it early. And people who I'd like to get gifts for, you can very easily and cost effectively make a lot of just different roller bottles for people in your life. If you have women in your life who would like some like signature perfume blends, this is a great oil that you could include in there as well. So that is Blue Lotus. It smells, I mean, it's a floral, so it smells florally. I'm not sure how you would describe it, Sheridan, but I don't know if it's strong or if it's soft, but I do really
It
like it.
seems like soft and definitely floral. Like it's a
Yeah.
definite floral. She also called it the oil of your highest potential. So it's something that
Mm,
I put on my temples for like focus and
yes. Before you work.
invigoration.
Yeah. Good idea. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the convention kit. So you actually are able to purchase all of the products that we talked about tonight in one bundled kit. They're all bundled and discounted, which is awesome. And for being here tonight, I actually have a code for you to save $20 on this. So it's $275 right now if you were to log into your account and go order it. However, if you get the code from me, you can save $20. So, Sheridan, if you want to type that in the chat for me, but I'll just say it as well. The code is fall 23 FCSR, all capitals. So right now, if you log into your account and you want to order that and put in that promo code, this code is valid until midnight tomorrow night. So it's not around very long. Um, but yeah, you'll get to save $20 on that. And then as a customer, if you're already a current customer, I know a lot of you take advantage of the loyalty program. If you order this with your loyalty rewards order, you're going to get points back to you. So you're going to get points back that you can use towards free stuff, which is another great perk. And they also this month have a 200 PV promo going on. So you can see on the screen here with the promo code, this convention kit is 185 PV. So if you want to get that 200 PV mark to get a free adaptive oil and a free adaptive bath oil, you'll want to add something on. With the promo code, you can add on the deep stick, which that's on sale with the promo code, and that'll get you to that 200 PV 200 PV promo point. You don't need to add it on there, but if you're looking for something quick to add on to hit 200 PV, you can do that. Adaptive, I didn't talk about the adaptive oil, but adaptive is amazing for mood support, calming down any emotions. I think of it as pretty similar, like benefits to Serenity. So like Serenity and adaptive, I love both of those together. Just breathing in, it really calms down your mind and body. And then the adaptive bath oil is not something that you can purchase regularly. So that is just a free gift this month. You could get that and you could keep it for yourself, or it would be something great that you could give someone for Christmas if you want to, yeah, give it away. And then for new customers, so if you have not purchased from doTERRA before, and you're a new customer, I want you to make sure to refer back to whoever invited you to this class or whoever has been sharing doTERRA with you, and they can help you get started. But for the month of October, you can get this convention kit, everything we talked about tonight. However, you'll also get a free diffuser added on in there. You'll also get a free lemon lavender and peppermint as well, and the free adaptive bath oil and the adaptive 15 mil, which is like, I don't think I've ever seen like a promo with that much free stuff before. Um, but yeah, that is, I the bath oil and the adaptive is all month long for October. But that trio kit, I think you have to get with the code. So again, if you are watching this and you would be a new customer, you want to make sure that you take advantage of that before the end of tomorrow, October 24th. But reach out to whoever invited you and they can help you get set up with that. All right, and then a third type of person. If you are watching this and you have been a customer with doTERRA, but you haven't purchased in over a year, they have a little bonus gift for you as well. That convention kit with the code is dropped down to $255. And then your renewal fee, typically with doTERRA, if you when your year is up and you have to pay or you order again, you pay that $25 renewal fee. doTERRA will refund that to you. You'll get your money back on that. And then you'll also receive a coupon code to receive a free lemon, lavender, and peppermint in your next order. So they really want to spoil you as well. So if you have any questions on that, or maybe you're not sure when your last order was, reach out to whoever shared doTERRA with you and they can help you find out if that is something that you qualify for. I wanted to address this quick question I've seen floating around online. When you get your probiotic, it's going to say to refrigerate in there. And from what I have learned, it's basically on there because doTERRA doesn't want people like sitting it out in the heat. If it's stored in a cool place, like I have mine in my just in my cupboard, it's not in the sunlight or anything. That's just fine. They just don't want it sitting out in the heat. So make sure you just store it in a cool place. And then Sheridan, you were gonna chat about to refer a friend.
Okay, so any customer, new or old customer, has this awesome new benefit, which is called refer a friend. So I don't know about you guys, but I know all the time I'm telling my sister or my mom or my friends about like, oh, I tried this and I loved it, from sweaters to perfumes to oils. And so if you get things from doTERRA that you love and you tell your sister about it and she's excited to try it and she wants to get it too, you can send her a link that then she can order through and you get 20% back from what she ordered in doTERRA dollars. So then you can take that free money and buy yourself something fun, or you can get ahead on your Christmas presents. And this is like a little sneak peek at some of the fun things happening, or the fun little products coming out at Christmas time. The red bubble diffuser is so cute. It'd be a fun one to put in your entryway with your holiday joy or holiday peace, so that when people come in, you get that Christmas smell when they enter your house. And some perfume and other fun things are coming out I think November 1st, right? November 1st. So that's coming up in like a week and a half. But yeah, so if you want to know more about how to use your link, you can connect with whoever invited you to this meeting, and they can walk you through it. Or I'm sure there are some classes that will do about the link and everything too. So yeah, but that is cool because you get 20% back in free money, free doTERRA dollars.
Yes, thanks for sharing that. I really love that cute little bubble diffuser, that little red one.
So
And
cute.
then the Majestic Lore, the like personal aroma, non-toxic perfume. I'm excited to try that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a reminder for the refer a friend, this is for wholesale customers only. So if you are someone who like you love your doTERRA stuff, but you don't have an interest in doing the business or like earning commission, this is for you. And so you refer your friends. Like she said, whatever they purchase, you get 20% of that. And what's different, so she said you get doTERRA dollars. And so this is different than points. So the doTERRA dollars is like a straight up gift card. So you can use it to cover your shipping. You could use it for diffusers. It's no limit. So it's like a straight up gift card. Whereas I know with points, sometimes there's things we can use points on, and there's a few random things we can't, that type of thing. So I know I have quite a few customers who I think would really love this. And so yeah, reach out if you have questions on that. Um, before we wrap up for tonight, does anyone else have any other questions? You can either unmute or type in the chat. Otherwise, that's pretty much what we have for tonight. All right. Well, thank you all for joining, and I hope you have a great rest of your Monday night. And yeah, we will chat soon. Thanks for joining.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you. Thanks so much.
Mhm.